Montana Pinheiro raises a variety of animals on her farm here in Lower Brance. Some of these pigs will be harvested in the next few weeks, and she hopes to do the same with at least one of her cows. As for the poultry, the odd egg is all that remains since avian flu ripped through her farm last month.
One day I found 2 dead birds, and the next day I found 1, and the next day I found 16, and the next day I found 30, and the next day I found 50, and it just looked like they dropped dead.
Pinheiro had geese, chickens, ducks, and guinea fowl on the farm. When they started dying, she called the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. By the time they showed up, 140 birds, or 2/3 of the entire flock, were dead.
They scheduled a day to come back and then euthanize all my flocks, and I had to contain them. And unfortunately, there was a snowstorm that came in between, so it was kind of a long waiting period for me, which was really tough.
Neither Pinheiro or the CFIA can say for sure what brought the virus to her farm. She says it was most likely wild ducks attracted to her pond and whatever feed they could find. The CFIA says avian flu is everywhere.
The virus is in the wild bird population and waterfowl particularly. So I think you'd have to consider almost every duck or goose a potential carrier.
This is where my 3 geese slept.
Now the cleanup begins. The farm is under quarantine. She's forbidden from visiting the nearby feed co-op or even her local farmer's market. Everything on the farm has to be sanitized.
Anything that was in the barn, I have to wash and disinfect. So I have to wash it with soap and water and let it dry, and then I have to disinfect it. And all of that has to happen above a certain temperature or the disinfectant doesn't actually work.
As soon as the CFIA gives her the all clear, Pinheiro says she plans to rebuild her flocks. Preston Mulligan, CBC News, Lower Brance.